Hi, I'm Elise, and welcome to the Circus Playbook. Today we have Nino, the specialist coach at La Perle, joining us.
Hi, hello, Nino. Guys. Hi, thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited for this conversation today.
Me too, and thank you for coming. I know that all our artists are going to really benefit from this, so we're really excited to hear what you have to say. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your backstory as a circus artist.
Well, my name is Rafael Nino Jr. I'm coming from a sixth generation from circus performers. Amazing. So I've been performing all my life since I remember, from my family and generations. Basically clowning and flying trapeze. And when I was young, I want to try everything. That's my goal. I want to try. I was very tired of one only act, so I was trying everything, and people are making fun of me because they say you don't choose to do one thing. They call me lost being in Brazil, that we don't do one thing. But in the future, this become very important for my career nowadays, that I be able to see and understand a little bit of everything that helps to my job or I reach today, which we're gonna talk later. But my beginning was my circus of my family, so I have to learn many acts, and was not easy back in Brazil. I'm originally from Brazil, but when I was 17, my journey, international journey starts, and voila, here I am working for Franco Dragone'S for the past 10 years. That's dream come true.
Yeah. So it's amazing that you've made it this far in your career and that you're continuing to grow in the artistic direction. So tell me more about your experience working with Franco Dragone.
Franco was first was a dream, something that I was looking forward as a big performer of Dragone. Is the maximum level a performer can reach, because for those who doesn't know, Franco Dragone was creator and artist director from the first 14 shows from Cirque du Soleil. So he helps Guy Laliberté to build the empire. And whoever wants to perform in Cirque du Soleil, I think they wish to have an experience of Franco Dragone creation or the touch of he has. And fortunately, I was very blessed to have the opportunity before he passed. So my experience with him was a dream that becomes true as a performer, and he was such an inspiration. And then we become closer, and then he became my mentor. And now he become a philosophy for me every time I work with something. So Franco Dragone now becomes a philosophy of the way I create or I go towards an artist, as a act designing, as a training, as a casting, and even a create show in the future. So Dragone now is a philosophy of artist in my life.
Yeah, and that's like incredible to not only work in a Franco Dragone production, but to work closely with Franco while he was still alive and learn and get that mentorship as well. I mean, that's just incredible to have had that, in your career.
I think for all the artists, I wish they have opportunity to have a creation in their life, no matter which director, but this is very important for your growth, to understand that it's not about an act, but it's about everything that's going on, and be able to create something from zero and be part of that. And this is the most important challenge, but this is most important the school that you are going to have as a performer. And I wish everyone could have this experience, because it changes your life, changes the way you see art in general.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. Going through a creation process it can be difficult, but it's an incredible experience. You really work, you see all of the areas of the production, and you really get to contribute artistically as well as technically with your skills in that process.
And the most important is you understand that show or everything we do is not based in singularity. Is the concept of everyone's working towards the same vision that creates something beautiful, even if it's an act that you create in your own, like people that want to create an act or perform, they have to understand that we need the people around us. And when you build the trust and you have the same vision, we create something beautiful. So we have a connection with the guy they're gonna pull you up, or
Yeah.
the choreographer, they're gonna help you to create your choreography. But because you can be creative, but that is always good to hear perspective of other people,
Oh, yeah.
because they have a different view, and then that helps to create something. Because normally myself, when I arrived in La Pro, I had the circus mentality. Is that everything I saw during my career, during my life, and then be able to see other people doing the job opens that vision for, like, when you think out of the box, you create something beautiful. What Franco was doing. But to be able to do that, you have to have an experience with the other people, because from that experience you're going to understand that we think in a different way, and the audience will think in a different way. That's how we tell a story to them,
Yeah, definitely. Like getting that feedback and working off other people's ideas can also trigger your own creative ideas. So it is really, really good to share that creative process and work in a team like that as well. I definitely think that. And so how did you go from being a traditional circus artist to working for Franco Dragone?
Yeah. I mean, when I was already, I think, 10 years of my career, international career, I was in Australia, Great Moscow Circus.
Yeah.
In every setup, I was joking to my friend, I was holding a phone and say, well, he didn't call me. And then he like, who? I say, Franco Dragone. I had this joke, but that's the power of thought, mindset. Because one day we had the chance from a thing that I never expected in my life, because I was working hard at my clowning. I'm a professional clown. I was working hard to learn different skills as a clowning, not only a circus clown, but I did a workshop with my friend Ira, that he worked in Cirque du Soleil. I did with him in Australia. I did theatrical, I did ballet, I did dance. I did everything to be able to be a complete artist, to be able to be cast from Cirque du Soleil as a clown. I think is the only opportunity I have, or Dragon, or these big shows. And then I end up arriving Dragon as a motorcycle rider. Something that I would never imagine gonna happen, because it's something that never happened before. A very big bike traditional circus in a huge production. And then it was a very challenge to create that tableau, that language, to put on the same vision of a Dragon show. We have to go closest to the impossible to be able to reach the level that show deserves. And when I had the opportunity, I had to embrace. Was my dream, and then I put the fear aside. I put the thoughts of impossible aside, and say, we have to do it no matter what. And we very glad that we find a team that has the same vision. And voila, nowadays we have the Global Act in La Pro, which is one of the most prestigious act in the entertainment industry, most insane and dangerous, and with the consistency, never missing, never having an issue, an accident for over 10 years, which, I'm very glad to have the team we build in this environment,
Yeah, and it's interesting because you talked about mindset, and I really believe that mindset is really important with everything that you do in life, especially in an artistic career and in a career that requires those high pressure, high risk situations. And for those of you that don't know, the globe of death is extremely dangerous. Do you want to tell us a bit more about your experience performing in the globe and now working with the globe riders from the other side?
Yeah, well, the globe of death is a traditional dangerous stunt act with motorcycle, a traditional circus act. And to bring it to the show, we have to find something different. So we start to create a different concepts to have the act in the show, coming from the water, divided by 2, divided by 3, 1 bike, 3 bikes, 6 bikes. We try to find the impressive, the wow factor. The thing is, when we have an idea, we have to work towards the technical aspects, how the theater gonna be, how the visual gonna be. And when we have the information, we be able to have this idea of hanging the globe, because it's very heavy. And then Franco has the vision to say, can you open on the middle, on the air? Well, 9 meters high, open a globe 3 meters, riding, putting the life in the risk. But yeah, we have to do it, you know. The maestro had the vision, and how we say no?
Yeah.
And then we say, yeah, everything is possible, and that was when that words come to reality. Everything is possible.
Oh yeah.
Everything seems impossible till it's done, and we did, and becomes this one of the main acts of La Pro, which is one of the most expensive shows in the world. So I'm very happy with that, and now working outside as a coach, helping the team, supporting them, is a very nice transition that I feel that I was ready, because my artistic ego was not there anymore. I was being an egocentric artist. I wanted the applause. I want to be the best. I want to have the more, feedback from the audience. And it was very challenging when I feel that I was not needing that anymore. Not that I was not happy to perform, but I was more happy to create. When I have to change something in the act, I was very glad to be outside and watching that happens. And I understand that my love was to create and not to perform anymore. To be able to share all the experience with the people and make them share that feeling to the audience, And then now I'm very happy and proud that I'm able to work with them and make sure we keep the integrity of the act outside of that, So I trust my team, I trust who is there leading, and we are a family, first of all, and a family trusts each other, and that's reflecting to the act.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, the Globe of Death in La Perle actually opens while the riders are going around on the inside of the globe. So tell me more about what that experience is like, being inside the globe and riding while it's open and you're 9 meters off the floor.
Yeah, the most impressive things are the visual you have outside. Because for us, the act needs so much focus that we don't even see anything that's going on with the split. We have to be focused and precise with every single movement or space between us, that we don't have a place for, we don't have place to see a split or thinking about something that can happen, or every negativity is not, or positivity is not there. It's only focus to go there, entertain people, and get out alive. It's actually, that's true. We risk our lives. In general entertainment, we risk our lives to entertain people, but we there pushing. The globe is already dangerous, but that moment is split in 3 meters for 30 seconds, which you don't have control of the situation. The bikes something can happen to the bikes, something can happen to the rider, something can happen to the light, and then we cannot control. So it's 30 seconds that we put our lives in the universe. And then you come back. That's the feeling we have. Like we finished. That's why when we finish the act every single day for the over 10 years, I don't know how many shows, almost 4,000 shows, we had the same feeling. It's not the feeling that it's acting. No, it's we survive, and you guys are amazing by that. And that's the connection between the audience. They don't believe what they see, and we be able to go the next show and perform again. That's the idea, It's very complex, and it's very artistic, dramatic, if you think. You put your life in risk to entertain people. It's like back old, when they throw people to the lions. It's the same thing, Art's coming from tragedy. And that's the beautiful, we don't know. We just, okay, but it's a tragic moment that becomes art.
And there definitely is always a risk involved in circus, especially with anything at height, and especially with the Globe Act. Do you have any advice for artists in terms of how to manage nerves, adrenaline, how to get into a good mindset if you've have had a bad day or anything like that?
I think first of all you have to understand yourself and be able to control your feelings, not hide them. The feelings are there. Every first premiere that I had, I feel the anxiety. This is normal. Everything new you're gonna do it. You feel that because It's something new that your mind is not attached to your body. Like, this is gonna be a different thing. Wow, I have to be worried. But the thing is, you have to learn to be focused on what you do.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can say to advise is not about the focus, but about to try to every show you perform, remind you the first one. Because they're gonna help you to focus. They're gonna help you to have that feeling that we lose over the years.
Yeah.
Because you're doing the same thing all over again, and then you go in automatic mode, and then we lost the audience. We're just a performer performing every single day and go home. So I try to always advise people to remember the first time they go on the stage and they perform. They act for the very first time.
Yeah.
The energy, the sensation, the focus, because you are extra focused, but the nervous, because the nervous is part of emotion, and the emotions connect to the audience.
Yeah, definitely.
They can feel everything. That's why when you not in the mood and you cannot control that, they can feel. And it's not fair for the audience that you're not in the mood to perform because you decide to do this job. And that's my coaching part talking, you know. You got to remind why you choose the job.
Yeah.
And it's not easy and pleasant every day, but you have
Yeah.
to switch and make sure your professional performer is there and not your personal human being. And then we are two souls when you're doing performance. We be able to connect with an artist inside and go there and perform to audience, and then you go home, you go back to our human being,
Yeah.
which you cry, you feel sad, we feel pain, we feel anxiety, we feel depressive. This is normal. Everyone is a normal feelings, emotions. So have to control that. I think remind your first time and be always focused on what you do and enjoy every single show, because one day will be the last. And then times go fast, you know. And then when you realize you're not performing anymore, so you're gonna miss that. So enjoy every single show, even if you think it's another show. No, it's one more, close to one last. That's the thing, you know.
That's true, and you don't really think about that, especially if you're performing for many years, 2 shows a night, every day, over and over, 15, 20 years. You just sort of going through the motions. I mean, it's easy to get into that trap where you are going through the motions, and it is super important to always remember why you're doing it, how much you love doing it, and how you want the audience to feel while you're entertaining them. And it's true as well what you said, focusing on what you're doing rather than your feelings and your anxiety about, or the nerves that you might be carrying. So
On the end of the day, we doing that every single day, but the audience never saw.
Yeah.
So have to always have this in mind. How you feel when you first perform? How you feel when the first compliment comes from the audience? You feel good. Imagine that audience that compliments you in the first time.
Yeah.
They are there every single day because they're different.
Yeah.
So every single day somebody else gonna be there, and you have the power to impact their life even for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna make all difference in their life. You have to keep this in mind when you choose to perform, because what we do, we take people from everyday routine and we bring them to a magic moment and make them forget about the problems and then just enjoy something extraordinary. That's what Franco Dragone'S always say. How we create an ordinary become extraordinary. And then after what time, I understand this word, extraordinary. Only reaching that spot, we can make the audience have the feeling to go out of the problems and just be immersed in a universe that is unimaginable, is unreal, is something that's happening in front of their eyes, but they cannot believe. Looks like a scene of movie, but is alive. That's that's why they feel what they feel. We don't know, because for us it's very normal to go backstage and see people doing triple somersault.
Yeah.
But not for the audience. They never see that before. They know how to sit behind of the desk and be in the computer. And when they see a human being doing extraordinary things, it's impressive. That's why we have to keep in mind when you choose that job. It's not an easy job. It's very challenging, but we decided because we love. And then the love has to be spread to the audience every single day.
Yeah, definitely. And I think really having that thought in your mind that you're taking the audience on a journey with you. You're inspiring them. You're taking them away from their troubles, but also potentially making a change in their life. When they see your courageous, death-defying feats, they're thinking, oh wow, if they can do that, I can do this, whatever issue they're facing in their lives. So we have the power as artists to really impact people in such a positive way. And you want to really think about that and remember that as well. Every time you step on stage, to show people what you can do and to take them on that journey with you. I think that's super important.
Yeah, we have a big power to impact somebody's life for the first moment to enter the stage. That's why energy is very important and the way you spread the love. Because imagine people that go to a very tough life with so many negative problems, but they see you as an inspiration. Why? They feel so happy. They feel in another world. They feel doing something they love. I want to do that, and then probably they become an artist.
Yeah.
So we inspire them to even find a path for their life.
Yeah.
They don't even thought, and that's very important. When you put this in the table, we are not a human being that doing crazy skills to entertain the audience. We impact their life in a way, in a different ways. So that's the magic of art in a physically concept. So we are using our physique, our emotions to touch somebody's life and maybe change their life. Some people never gonna forget about the experience from when they're a child, and then they want to become a performer, or they want to bring the kids to a circus because they have a magical emotions that they don't know how to explain, but it's something that touch them deep there. So it's a memory. I think that is very beautiful because it's that emotional attachment with the art. It's not more about performance, but how that hits the people that are watching you, no matter if it's in a theater, in a circus, on the street. This is not the place, but the people makes the energy.
Yeah. And I think that's fantastic and super powerful. And again, I actually really wanted to know more about your journey from being an artist, being on stage, to then becoming the coach in a massive production like La Perle.
Yeah. I mean, I think this was natural. I'm always have this leadership natural in me. The thing is, how we understand that is not. Some people think you in the beginning you're very egocentric because you wanna say do this, and on the beginning, but you have to understand this is personality. So my personality was leading, even if I was not empowered to do it. I want to lead.
Yeah.
How I can do that in the best way? Learning. The only way you can lead is to learn and pass that lesson to the other one. Leading and coaching is only about taking an experience that you learn, you lapidate in the vocabulary you can say, and spread to the other people to help them grow. That's it. You not teach them from zero. You're not teacher. You're coaching. You're guiding. You're helping. It's this different way, because people are talented naturally. You just have to find this talent and lapidate in the way they gonna feel better to reach the level they want. And then as an artist, I don't have guidance like this. I learned by myself because I want to do that, and my family was against motorcycle, and then I was hiding from my family to learn. And then for me it was very hard in the beginning, a lot of crashes, a lot of accidents, but at the point I didn't give up. I knew something gonna happen deep there. So as an artist, I had this ego, I want to be the best, and I think to try to reach all this box helped me to understand the concept of how I'm gonna teach them, like how I can be the best rider in the world. I'm not the most talented. There is more talented people than me, more fearless people than me. But what I can do to make the difference? Well, normally these people, they crash because they go over the limit. So I'm gonna find a system that we don't. And now we're very famous because we're the only team that never crashed in a show.
Wow.
And that's very impressive, and I'm very happy. So I achieved the objective, the goal, to make me feel the best, and reflecting to my team, and now they feel the best. So we always reflecting our goals to the other one, and when you have the same vision, the things goes in the right path. So the first one, you have to understand the people you're leading, the vision, and they have to be unit with the same goal. And then it's very simple because the talent is there. The talent, they only don't know how to use it at the right time. And I think my artistic time helped me to understand the artistic side.
Yeah, definitely.
And then because for us, you coaching or you know all that, sometimes you're in a position that you have to make decisions based in technical aspects.
Yeah.
How are we going to manage this? How am I going to manage the artist to do this and be able to perform every day? And then for them, it's just like we touch in peace.
Yeah.
And when you have the artistic feeling, we know how to manage to do this with a smoother way to make them understand that this is for your best, even if you don't understand now. Because I would have the same feeling if it was with me. And then you can kind of control and balance that. Because artist is very sentimental. And when you go on the other side, you don't use the feelings. You have to be very right and precise in your decisions, because your decision is going to impact somebody else's life in the stage. And I think you have to balance that. And when you come from both universe, when you navigate in both universe, it's very easy to have this balance. So for me, it's very smooth transition and very easy to manage my work so far. A lot of challenges, but everything is reachable. Challenge is good. Challenge make us moving, you know.
Definitely. And what would you say your biggest challenges as an artist have been, and your biggest challenges as a coach have been so far?
I think my biggest challenge of as an artist is always try to be the best. Always try to be perfect, and imperfection doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And I think the best is the biggest one, but is the ones that moves you. And as a coach, I think to find the balance that you think you always can do more.
Yeah.
But not always is your place to do it. Because when you have so many skills, you want to step sometimes in somebody else's work, because you have a vision that is not your place to talk, and I talk too much. So this is very challenging for me, that I want to embrace the word. But my place is one, and I have to understand that. And that is very challenging. That's why on the future I want to have my own show, because I can embrace the word and do my things, you know, the way I want.
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah, but this is good. You want to do more.
Yeah,
it's better than you want to do less. So
it's
a challenge, but it's also, I'm very grateful for that.
That ambitious.
Yeah, of course. You have to always have a goal. When you have a goal, you get the road and you know exactly where to go. When you don't have, you always take the first turn, you know, and then you have to go back to the road. And then it's always like this. So my goal is clear. Everything that I have a vision, I put on my board and I see every day. I make that a reality on my mind, and I did this with Franco Dragone's. I was sure that I'm going to work with Franco Dragone's. And then when I was there on the first time, I was dancing in front of him on the choreography. I was sure that we're going to do something together. And then he was help me out with so many tips. He called me, we sit together, we start to create part of La Pearl. He empowered me to create something that is in the show nowadays. This is massive for me. And so I believe when you have a clear vision, you can achieve. And now I have these boards on my place, and when you see all the great artists, all the great people, they always have that. If you watch a Michael Jackson movie right now, you see the part that he was always with these visions and writings, and because you have to be all the time remind yourself what you want to do it. Otherwise, nowadays it's very easy to lose the focus, to distracted with the internet, with everything that's going on all the same time, all the information, massive. So we always have to understand, well, I want to go to this place. I can get this information to help me somehow to have new ideas, but the objective on the end, I know what it is. And then it's so many. I have so many. I have the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and then I go when I reach like check. And then yeah, it's good because the check means that is
it's a reward.
No, it's happening.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. When you want to do something so bad, think here's already done.
Yeah.
And then it's very easy to reach. That's happened to me, and believe me, it happens. But you have to actually, believe with all your power.
Yeah,
The energy can has like no doubts. I'm gonna do this. No matter what, no matter when, I can feel that I'm already there. And then when you realize you're there, it takes time, but time is there. We're gonna have to go through the time anyway. Yeah.
I think that's super powerful to have that feeling like what you want to do, or be clear about your goals, be clear about what you want to do and what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Visualize that you're already there, and then also take the necessary steps to get there. Don't let distractions, get in the way of that.
There is a difference between believe and see and just don't do nothing. Then actually step forward. When you have a goal that you see and you just believe, becomes a dream.
Yeah.
When you do the first step, becomes one step close to reality. So every day you have to do one step towards your goal. No matter what, no matter like if I wanna work in a Franco Dragone'S show. Okay, what is needed to work in a Franco Dragone'S show? The first step you already did. What is needed? You ask yourself. And the second step is search. What is needed to be? The second step is just connect with the first one. I search what I need, and then I train what I search, then what I need, and then there is always a step. And then I do my video, I do the skills I need, because you already it's like every step moving to that direction, and then believe me, it's gonna happen anytime soon.
That's fantastic.
So every goal that you actually step towards the goal becomes close to reality. Every goal that you don't do nothing is just a dream.
Yeah.
That's the thing,
That's very powerful.
Yeah.
And what would you say your main advice is for artists that want to audition for a show like La Perle, or another big production? What main advice would you give them?
Do all you have. Bring all you have. Train, be professional, be focused, be emotional, be love. Everything you have, you put there when you do audition. Be smart. You don't want to do audition for a motorcycle rider if you do hair hanging. But, being here for so long, I understand that in now casting, I'm able to casting people. I understand that what touch us the most is the love you put when you do something. It's not only the beautiful showreel that make you do triple somersault. It's actually the energy you put when you do something. Sometimes it's very simple, but the intention you put. Because Franco Dragone, he always says a few things that always we keep in mind is the intention you have makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And also he always say, a guy that do triple somersault, I can find 300, but I cannot find you. So bring what you have inside of you and not all the skills you have, because the skills is manageable. You have the talent, you are doing the show, you have the skills, and then you can be lapidated in the way that can be constructed for the specific project. But your soul, what you bring is only you can have, and this is gonna make you shine. So always remember the technical is very important, but the love you put in the presentation is most important than that, because it's gonna show who you are. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else, because somebody else already exists.
Yeah.
Try to be you. You can have like I do with Franco, you can have inspiration, a mentorship, a legacy that you follow, but you also have to find your space on that feeling, and then bring your energy to that. So be yourself.
Yeah.
I think the most advice I can do is be yourself, because everybody is unique. Your uniqueness is gonna take you far away.
Definitely. Yeah. I love that, and I think that's such useful, valuable information. I know that everyone's really going to think about that now, and really put that into play as well. Take action, towards your goals and really believe in yourself and show what's unique about you. And honestly, it's been so enjoyable listening to your stories. And I know you've got so much going on. I feel like we could do another hour.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun when you be able to express yourself and help some people somehow, you know.
Yeah.
Some people will feel that and will take with them, and some people you just, it's not for them, and that's fine. You know, we cannot be there for everyone. We're gonna be there for the specific people that needs that right now, and that's the beautiful thing. And then another people gonna be there for the other people. And that's how the world is done, you know.
That's fantastic. And thank you so much.
Thank you
for all of your wisdom and for the entertaining conversation.
I thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you one time alive working in a big production. So keep it up, enjoy the journey, and be focused always.
I love that. Definitely subscribe for more industry and circus tips to the Circus Playbook podcast, and really make sure that you're staying up to date with everything that you need to have a successful career. And I'll see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.